Michelle and I have 4 children, and we have, in the last 6 months since starting to come here, every day has been amazing, and we have had so many blessings. And of course, all we do now is talk about this place and God. So I call them our kids, but really they're young adults, and they think we're really strange, but yet they're curious. And all of them have come, and the last one was Eric, who's 20, goes to Edgewood, kind of a rebel, not really crazy about college, not sure what he's going to do, and he came, and that was a miracle in and of itself. So we're here, and he's enjoying, and he and I call them, I'm sorry, the band, but it's the worship team, but the band is incredible. And so he was really into that, and he didn't say much throughout the service, and Steve had a nice talk with him afterward, and so we went over to lunch. And in the service, Stephen mentioned about somebody with a neck pain and some back issues, and of course Eric, who's quiet, didn't say anything to us, which I would have been shocked if he had. So we're having lunch, and all of a sudden, I don't notice it, but of course Michelle does. I'm eating, and Eric is rubbing his neck and kind of cracking it, and Michelle thought enough to say, well, what's wrong? You got your neck hurt? He goes, well, my neck and my back, I have like chronic pain, and he just goes on, and then one of us said, well, I think Steve was talking about you. and Eric didn't say no. He didn't say yes. He just kind of looked at us like whatever. And so Michelle said, in her wisdom, see if Steve will pray for Eric. And I figured that Eric, being a 20-year-old, would come up with every excuse in the world, but he just sat there quiet. So I texted Steve and I said, hey, we're close by, are you still here? And I said, something about Eric and praying for him, and Steve, of course, said, not passing up an opportunity, said, yeah, come on over. So we came over, and I thought for sure, Eric had his own car. I'm not kidding you. I thought when we got out here by the Quick Trip, he would go that way. And we would walk in without Eric and figured, I'm thinking, what am I going to tell Steve? What's he going to pray for? I have a list, so that wouldn't have been a problem. But so Eric follows us, and he comes in, and Steve starts praying and has his hand on him. And I can, from firsthand experience, know that Steve's hand just gets hot. And so Steve said, do you feel any warmth? And Eric says, no. But then he said, but my feet are tingling. Now, he doesn't have sciatica or anything like that, so there's no medical reason for his feet tingling, but he said they're both tingling. So Steve sat Eric down on the chair and started praying and lifted his legs, and I'm standing over watching this because I'm waiting for something really cool to happen. But let's be honest, I'm a little skeptical. All of a sudden, Eric's legs are out, and Steve, you saw it. They weren't equal. And it was noticeable, at least a quarter of an inch. Yeah. And I'm staring. I'm not even blinking. And all of a sudden, they're the same length. And I don't see it move. It just is there, and it's like, wow. And Eric's eyes are like, what? And so, I mean, it was amazing. So Eric stands up, and Steve asked him how he felt, and Eric's like, wow, I feel different. I feel different. Now, I think the difference doesn't have anything to do with his back. I think it has to do with what he experienced here. And so it was truly a miracle on all fronts. The rest of the story is, of course, I'm like, well, how is it? How is it? Is your back problem gone? And he goes, it's not gone, but it's different. It's changed. It's different. That's all he said. Of course, he's 20 years old and a man of few words. So I'm thinking that as a positive experience. So it was the fact that he came here the first time, the fact that he came back, the fact that he let somebody put his hand on him and pray for him is totally amazing. Yeah, totally. And I just kind of sensed something totally different with Eric after, even during just something different. So But the second thing that Steve doesn't know about is as I'm driving back after all of this stuff, and of course it's a typical Sunday when we leave here going, wow, 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 all the way back, and we're just talking like kids. No offense, kids. But what really dawned on me is I've spent, I mean, my kids are 27, 25, 20, and soon to be 19. I have worried about what they're going to do with their future. I've worried about their education. I've worried about their jobs. Are they going to make any money? Are they going to be successful? And all of a sudden, a light switch came on, and none of that matters. I just want them to follow God. I just want them to walk with God, and wherever that door opens, and all that other stuff, it either doesn't matter or it'll fall into place and everything will be fine. That's truly a miracle that got into this guy. So that and I'm telling you, every day since we've been coming here and started this walk with God has just been, we have a million stories, and they're all amazing. So,
Amen.
Thank God. You know.